Guys on Zoom, this is Steve Merritt. We're getting ready to start. We've had to pull out a few more chairs here in Daphne, Alabama, right down the street from Mobile and Fairhope, Alabama. So I will encourage every one of you. I know there's a lot coming on, a lot of you on here. This is going to be a very, very powerful and informative event tonight. So text a friend, let them know that this is probably the biggest opportunity that they're going to have for their wealth. I have not had a doctor tell me in 37 years of going to physicals and being on the U.S. Water ski team for 10 years, a pro athlete for 25 years, not a doctor told me that your stem cells as you age go stagnant. Now that we're basically giving a stem cell awareness tour, and your friends do not want to be living. I don't care if they're multi-millionaires. They do not want to be living this life with stagnant stem cells. So get them to get on here tonight. I don't care where they're at. Anybody can put on a Zoom. They could be watching a kid's soccer game, put the earpods in. They could be sitting, they could be sitting with their kids at their house, either way, anywhere. Doesn't matter. It's too important not to listen. So I just want to let you know we're still putting out chairs here in a small town, Daphne, Alabama. Most people never been here. First time I've ever been here. And I've been to Mobile, which I flew into. And last night in Tulsa was packed. Go ahead and sit down. My friends are here. But I want to let everyone know. Can you hear me? Just want to confirm that you can hear me. Sound is crystal clear. Okay. And I don't have the sound for the room. I'm just talking to you personally. And I will tell you that this is the simplest business we have ever done in our life, my wife and I, and all of our friends. We've only been in for 10 months, so we've been kind of like the guinea pigs, the people to see if people really want to have better health. And I have never seen so many people be proactive with their health. I guess it's ever since COVID, they realized that the government, the medical world, and the insurance companies do not really care of the best interest for you and your health. So it's very important that you take control of and be proactive with your own health. And I've never seen so many people realizing that their boss probably isn't going to, even if he really your boss, he can't keep up with the truck. Your new truck costs 3 times more than what it cost last time you bought it. If you haven't been getting those kind of raises, you've got to take serious a side hustle that works, and it's got to be something unique that nobody else has. So get on the phone, text a friend, tell them you got it, send them this link, say you cannot miss this. 2 skill sets that you'll need to win with us. One is letting people know about the X39 stem cell reactivation patch, enrolling people. That is the simplest thing you could possibly do. Everyone gets enrolled. The second thing, and you can test yourself tonight as to how good of a promoter you are. You've got to learn how to promote. That's another skill set. And the way you do that is you've got to get them on this Zoom. So if you can text somebody and say, you've got them here, these friends of mine, they've helped 179 friends make $1 million or more. In fact, the lady who led us to this unique technology, we helped her make $20 million. You want to get them on this Zoom. Test yourself. See how good you are at it. Let's blow this up, because that is a skill set you're going to need to generate the income that my friend Mike Hernandez is going to be talking about tonight. So anyways, wanted to let you know I'm going to log off for just a second to kind of put a few more chairs down, and then we'll be back at you in about 3 minutes. Gina's going to be coming on live to help everybody get started in tonight's meeting. Okay. You text. Well, we put this together over here. We're bringing in chairs. So we're promoting these guys in Daphne. They know how to promote because they have jam-packed this place. All right. It's wild over here. So it's exciting. We're putting in more chairs. Show them the chairs. Okay. Here we go. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Let's make your way inside and from the lobby. We're ready to go. We got people all around the world waiting to see what Alabama's about. I think they're getting ready to find out. Mr. DJ. Hey, Mr. DJ. Oh, man. I was just getting my groove. Guys, you have such a treat coming tonight you don't even know. Not only from the people locally, the people that cared enough to invite you to be here, the people that have flown in and given their time to help share the message. But more importantly, the community that we're creating. I mean, look around. That's why we left you guys out there on purpose. So you can start fellowshipping and loving on each other, because that's what we're going to do. That's what we're about. What do you think about that idea? Yeah. I say there's enough negativity in the world, right? We're going to change that, right? One patch at a time, right? Are you guys excited? Yeah. Okay, so listen, we got to go. We're going to move pretty quick because there's a lot we got to cover. First thing I need to do right away is I need Sabra. Come on, Sabra. Sabra. Let's go. This is the lady that got a phone call from me in August, and I called her from Ocala, Florida, and said, Sabra, we're getting ready to do something in Alabama. Do you want to be the one that's going to be ahead of it and be in charge and be the leader out there? And your answer was?
Yes, I'm gonna blow it up.
What was it?
I'm gonna blow it up.
Is he doing it? Absolutely. Over 800 people in our organization in about 7 months. Okay, she's doing it. And today she reached another rank, right?
Right.
And a bonus?
Yes.
Yes, is that good?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's really awesome.
By the way, that's a real smile. Somebody said that these were paid smiles, but you can tell this is not. Okay, thank you. Okay. We're so proud of the work that she's doing. This is completely out of her comfort zone when she started. Now she's dancing and going to the gym and just having a blast traveling. She was in Palm Beach at Steve and Gina's house. You'll hear about that later. So thank you for starting all this. Give her a round of applause because it's her vision. I'm going to go quick. I just need Missy and Jennifer to stand up, please. Just stand up. You guys will be, I will be, okay. So Joe, okay, Joe, this is the other half. This is the other half of Sage Enterprise. Jennifer and Joe Sage. And Missy and Bobby, they are executive directors. There's Jennifer back there. Give her a round of applause. Executive directors, 2 ranks from the top inside of 7 months. Let's give it up for them. So now I'm going to get out of the way, and because we have some very, very special guests. And if you don't know who they are, you're going to find out really quick. But what I will tell you is this. These 2 people that are going to come up first are world-renowned leaders in this industry. Over 20 plus years in this industry. And it's not just in the industry. I've been 20 plus years in this industry, but these people have been 20 plus years at the top of the industry, at the top of the list of who's who, top 100 in the world in this industry. And they saw this patch and they knew Onyx Cole because they showed her how to do this business years ago. And they've blown it up since, but they're here tonight to help share the vision so you guys can get excited about what we're going to do. So the first one is going to come up. These are dear, dear friends of mine for a lot of years. We were on opposite sides of business, and finally we've teamed up after years, and I'm so excited, so thankful. But this is Gina Merritt, the superstar, the queen. Give her a round of applause. And I just want to let you know, her heart is so big to help each and every one of you. How many of you talked to her, met her out in the lobby? Look at that. I wish you guys could see over half the hands are up. She's been here out there. And you just flew in from where?
Had to think for a minute.
Yeah.
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Just, I mean, they just got here today and they're here tonight and they're off tomorrow. So I'm going to turn it over to her because she's much more interesting to hear from. Let's give a round of applause for Gina Merritt.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, hey, we are super excited. You guys are here. I just got to get a little organized. I didn't realize this is a little far back. I thought I got to stand a little closer to y'all, but that's okay. We're good here. So tonight we are super excited to be here. And yes, hello, Zoom family. How are you? We've got a lot of people on the Zoom around the world, and this is so exciting. So tonight we're going to be talking about the amazing X39 patch. So how many of you in here tonight walked in, brand new, got patched? Raise your hand. I hope that everybody who's a guest got patched. So we're going to be talking about this amazing tiny little X39 patch, and it comes in this pouch right here. And so for all you men, you can relax, take your hand off your credit card because it's only $99 a month. Woo! Is that exciting? Cheaper than a pair of shoes for your wife or your girlfriend or your fiance or whoever you're with. So we are just so excited to be here. So we are Stephen, Gina, Merritt. We're from West Palm Beach, Florida. We're doing a Run to This Is It tour. And so this is our third stop. And we're excited to be here. And you blew it up, girl. Yeah. This room is so full, Zoom people. I hope you're jealous and get to work because this is amazing. These girls are on fire. So tonight we're going to be talking about this amazing little patch. It's called X39. On the front of it, you can see it's kind of white and it's made of nano-organic crystals. On the back is paper. And what happens is you peel it off. You're going to put this pouch actually because those of you who are new, it's kind of like a new program you're going to be doing. You're going to put this pouch right by your toothbrush. So in the morning, when you brush your teeth, do you brush your teeth here in, we're at Alabama, we're in Alabama, you brush your teeth? Okay, good. Woo, you're going to win. Okay, so put this pouch right by your toothbrush, and that'll remind you to put the patch on. So when you wake up in the morning, you're going to put the patch on, you peel the paper off. You can actually stick this little patch anywhere on your body. So the case studies went behind the neck, and let's see, I have mine up. It's below my belly button, but I can't show you right now. Mine's below my belly button. So that's the case studies, below your belly button or behind your neck. But you can actually put this tiny little, I call magic patch, anywhere on your body. So you wear it for 12 hours on, 12 hours off. So when you wake up in the morning, you brush your teeth. The best way to do, peel the paper off, stick the patch anywhere on your body. Then when you go to bed at night, you brush your teeth again, take the patch off, throw it away. Or if you have a pet, I was telling everybody in Atlanta, I don't have any pets. I just have Steve. He's my only animal. And so we just throw ours away. But if you have a pet, you can put it on your pet, whatever you want to do. People are seeing crazy testimonies and results with their pets wearing the patch. So again, you wear this 12 hours on, 12 hours off, made of nano-organic crystals. Nothing goes in your body. Nothing goes through your body. So if you're on any kind of medication, you're working with a doctor, continue to do every single thing they say, and you're not going to believe what's going to happen. Whatever you got going on in your body's going to go into a complete reboot. It goes to the weakest link in your body and starts repairing, just like God intended for our bodies to heal on their own. So it's incredible what's going to happen. This patch does not heal your body. So don't think you're going to put this patch on, you're blind, and you're going to see. But I do have a lady last night that she's blind. She has peripheral vision loss. And she said she's been wearing the patch for 2 months. I want to cry because she said she's starting to see flutters on the outside. And her and I had a long talk last night. And I said, you know what? Only God knows what's going to happen to your body, your eyes, but gosh, the quality of life she has like so much excitement, so much purpose of living. And she's like, this is amazing. What's already happening in the short 2 months. So again, whatever you got going on in your body, just put this patch on. It goes to your weakest link. So again, what it does is it elevates and rises your copper peptides. Then it wakes up your stem cells. So as you age, I'm 61. You don't have very many stem cells, active and healthy, so you don't heal and repair like you do when you're young. So it's going to wake up my stem cells, which it has. I've been wearing the patch for 10 and a half months. I have an amazing testimonies. And then you wear it. I've been wearing it for 10 and a half months. So they say to wear it to get the best result. You're going to wear it all the time, because if you're going to live and walk on the earth, you're going to age every day, right? So stem cells die as you age. So it's going to keep your stem cells healthy and active, help you to repair quicker. It's going to start healing your body. Your body begins to heal on its own, whatever's going crazy in there. We don't know. Your hair, your eyes, your skin, your organs are all made of stem cells. So, hey, who needs to wear this patch? Everybody. Yes. So it's just incredible. This tiny little patch is $3.30 a day. So it's completely affordable. We are just so obsessed with David Schmidt, who is the founder, the inventor, and the scientist who created this amazing little patch. And he was like thinking, what should we charge? They were like 200 for a pack of 30-day patches. No, that's too much. People can't afford that. What about 150? No, that's too much. They came up with $99. Is that amazing? What a blessing for each one of us as we're aging, that this tiny little patch, we can wear it on a daily basis, $3.30 a day. If you can't afford it, stop getting your Starbucks coffee. Stop driving through Dunkin' Donuts. Stop going, there you go right there. There's your $3. Or you're going to really save money because the coffee is more than $3.30. So you wear this patch 12 hours on, 12 hours off. They say that to have your body really to be doing what it should be doing, you wear it for every decade you are. So I'm 61. I need to wear it for at least 6 months for it to be working on my body to really have its effect on what it's repairing. So again, I did not feel any of my testimonies. I didn't feel them. I just was all of a sudden I go, oh my gosh, I don't have restless leg syndrome anymore. That took 6 weeks. And man, let me tell you what, I was so frustrated, wiggling in the bed, wiggling. I look over at Steve. He's out like a light sleeping. So be patient as you're wearing this patch. Wear it faithfully every day, persistent, consistent. That's the key. And you might not feel anything as it's healing and your body's starting to repair and heal on its own. You might not feel anything, but keep wearing it. So 6 weeks, I didn't feel anything. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, everybody's getting a testimony but me. I don't know what. But I mean, I was healthy. My husband's had 14 surgeries, so you'll know why I didn't have time to be down for the count, right? I'm like a nurse full time. So it's just amazing what this tiny little patch is doing. My daughter, our oldest, is 35. She came to our 36, I think. She just had a birthday. So she came to our house and she's has 3 kids. And I said, are you wearing the patch? And she said, no. I said, well, if you're at my house, you're wearing the patch. So I put the patch on her. She was at my house for 2 weeks. She comes to me as she's leaving. She's weighing her suitcase to make sure that it's not overweight. When you fly Allegiant, you got to make sure they're not as friendly as Delta. We love to fly and it shows. I used to work for Delta. So that's why I got that comment. So she's weighing her suitcase and she's like, oh my gosh, Mom, I lost 15 pounds. So what happens is her body was off kilter. It put her body on a reboot and she lost 15 pounds in 2 weeks. What do you think she did when she went home the 3rd week? Yeah, she wore the patch. Exactly. She lost another 7 and she's continuing to lose. So her body is just, it was just off kilter and it's just in a reboot and it's healing on itself. Incredible. At 4 months, we went to the eye doctor, Steve and I both. We've been going to this eye doctor for about 25 years. I go in, I check in, or, he's doing my eye exam and he said, you're not going to believe it, but your eyes reversed in aging. Your eyes were here and they went to here. And I said, what do you mean? He said, your eyes have completely reversed in aging. They're not the perfect eyesight, but they're moving back. They're, normally when I go, I got to get new lenses, new eyeglasses, and we're both like spending $500. We were like high-fiving. Yes, it's amazing. Steve's eyes reversed in aging as well. That's incredible right there. For $99 a month, my eyes reversed in aging. Yep, my body is just reversing and healing on its own. So then my next testimony is at 6 months, I had this procedure done. Probably many of you don't know what it is, but it's called pinholing. So they go above each one of your gum. They put you to sleep for 3 hours. They go above each gum and they insert like bone, like cartilage, kind of like, and it's supposed to heal, make bone because I'm losing my bone. I'm having my gums go up. I'm losing bone. They pull your gums down. So they're where they're normally supposed to be. And you don't talk for 5 days. That was difficult, but I did it. I did it for 5 days. But what happened was it was $18,000 and it didn't take. So then 2 years later, we get introduced to this patch and I'm so excited because I've been wearing this patch faithfully, consistently, not feeling any of these healings going out of my body. And I no longer have sensitivity in my gum line. I had such terrible sensitivity in my gum line when I go to the dentist. I got my braces up 3 months ago. She says, listen, because I told her, oh my gosh, I'm like holding my hands like I'm going to start do labor breathing. Any of you have had a baby. So I'm like, hold my hands like labor breathing. I'm sweating everywhere thinking, oh my gosh. She goes, okay, raise your hand if it hurts. I didn't have to raise my hand. That's when I got so fired up and I started rinsing. We were on a trip and I rinsed with ice cold water and I'm like screaming. He thought something happened to me. And I'm like, no, I don't have sensitivity in my gums anymore. Reason why I get so fired up is because when I go to the dentist, I got to have Novocaine, gas, and a pill to knock me out. No, I am not joking. That's how sensitive it is. The electrocution, it is completely gone. It is absolutely incredible. I am so flat fired up. For you, it might seem like nothing, but for me, it's major. I can actually feel in my front teeth, I could feel the tissue coming off. I used to work in a dental office, so I know a lot about teeth and gums. So I could feel the tissue and the inside of my mouth coming off because I'm losing my bone. It is completely attached. I no longer play with it with my tongue. So that's another thing. Then about 7 months, I go to Steve. Oh my gosh, I have so much mental clarity. It is crazy. The mental clarity. So what happens when you wear this patch at 6 months? You're going to hear all this stuff. Your brain becomes balanced. Now, Steve says your brain was never unbalanced. Well, maybe I think it was a little. But wearing this patch, my mental clarity, my brain, I am so sharp at 61. It is incredible how you feel. The energy. I'm like, have you seen a 61-year-old lady this fired up and energy and moving around and jumping and in high heels? I'm like, this is amazing. What happens when you wear this tiny little patch? And I've talked to a lot of you out in the hallway and you said, man, your energy, you just can't stop. You just keep going, going, going. So somebody said, are you tired? I'm like, tired? Tired of what? Doing this simple presentation? Flying on an airplane? I mean, it's not that difficult. I'll tell you what tired is. I used to fly for Delta Airlines for 25 years as a flight attendant. I would work 3 to 4 days a week. I would come home. We lived in West Palm Beach. I would get on an airplane and fly to Atlanta. I would run to the bus station in the airport. There's a bus, okay? So I would run to the bus, buy my bus ticket, get on a bus, ride a bus for an hour and 45 minutes, get off the bus, dropped off at an outlet mall. Somebody from our training center, we had a ski school, water ski school. Somebody would pick me up. They took me to our condo and I would start cooking for 30 people and doing about 1,500 loads of laundry. Now that's tired. This is not tired. So we're excited that you're here. Again, this tiny little patch does not heal you after you hear all these testimonies. There's going to be some more testimonies that people are going to come up, but this tiny little patch does not heal your body. So, hey, what I'm excited about, guys, is because you're new here tonight and you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. And I'm excited for you because the leadership that's here is phenomenal. If you want to make an income, this business has a massive income. I mean, I can't tell you what I'm making because we're on Zoom, but I can tell you privately what we're making outside the room, maybe face to face. Tell them to come on over. Tell them that we just started. So anyways, all of you who are new, welcome. Whoever invited you will be your sponsor. We have a sponsor also. Our sponsor is Onyx Cole. She lives in Key Biscayne. Amazing lady. When I worked for Delta Airlines, we homeschooled our kids. We have 4 kids, 35 to 26. We homeschooled them. And my kids were nannies during homeschooling. And they did amazing for this lady. We have a great relationship. She called us to tell us about this incredible. She actually came to my 60th birthday party, not my 61st. My 60th birthday party that Steve threw me a big birthday party. She came, was classy as can be, called us 3 days later and said, would you be interested? And I said, well, what is it? She goes, well, Steve's going in for his 14th surgery. Don't you think you should try something else? And I'm thinking, hello, you're right. You're right. So she got us patches. We started patching him and started seeing amazing, amazing results. He still had to have his surgery because he had a little tumor or something on his back, his spine, right? Your spine. And so he got that removed and they put a plate in there or some, I don't know. He's like he's my $600 million man. But anyways, he'll tell you his story, but it's just incredible what happens. And she told us about this. And I was like, wow, this is incredible. This tiny little patch, nothing goes through your body, nothing goes in your body. And people are getting crazy testimonies. I said, I'm interested. So that's how we started. So to get into business, the most you can spend is about $1,700. The littlest you can spend is about $130. So you have to pick what package is best for you. But the quicker you sign up, it's a binary. So they're going to talk about the binary tonight. And it's this side and this side. So the sooner that you get in, you go like that. And the sooner you hand your form in to whoever invited you, the quicker you get your position in the tree and your product gets shipped to you so you can start getting a testimony. And you got nothing to lose. A 30-day money-back guarantee is what you get. So there's nothing to be nervous about. $3.30 a day. $99 is a sleeve for a 30-day supply. And I'm telling you, the testimonies are phenomenal. We actually had a pastor and a bishop at our meeting, and he wore the patch. She said he could get up out of his chair, but not walk with strong legs. She called us today to let us know. In 2 days, he had so much pain in his legs and his body that in 2 days, the pain was gone, where he could do more walking. He had got COVID. He was on a ventilator for 32 days, guys. He was in the hospital for 65. When he was on the ventilator, he had a massive stroke. I could cry. I have goosebumps all down my legs right now, but I'm telling you what, this is it. We have never, ever, ever seen a product like this that does the testimonies like this, that the money that can be made like this. So I hope you're on your game. Don't miss this big opportunity because we are just launching this. We've only been sharing this product for 10 months. So we're just starting here. This will be the smallest meeting ever in history. Yeah. So remember, 30-day money-back guarantee, absolutely incredible. And we are so excited that you're here. We look forward to shaking your hands at the end, getting to meet you. If you have questions, you can ask them at the very end after we close up the Zoom, because we have a Zoom going on. And but we just want to welcome each one of you. And thank you for being so loving and so excited to see Steve and I. And we are not tired. We are fired up for this is it. We're excited. Are you coming out? So, hey, this is my husband. We've been married for 37 years. We have 4 kids. We have 5.5 grandkids. We're from West Palm Beach, Florida. So help me welcome my husband, Steve Merritt.
Hey, Tina, fantastic. Give her a hand. I'll tell you one thing. If you really want this to work in a big way, you've got incredible leaders here and you got Gina. I mean, you need people that understand exactly how this kind of business works. It's a word of mouth business. We never thought it was going to be this powerful or this big, especially this X39. But our friend Onyx Cole, Gina and I were praying and researching for over a year to find a product that our friends could win at. We knew we can win at anything we do. We've been very successful in this industry, but we never, we wanted our friends to win, and we couldn't find anything for over a year. When we threw this party and Onyx came to the party, we had helped her in a business just like this years ago. She never did it before. So if you've never done one of these before, it's great. And she didn't want to do it. So if you don't want to do it, that's even better. Okay, because it's kind of, that's really a good thing. A lot of time people shy away from it, but most of the time when people say, hey, I don't want to do that, that doesn't mean they don't know, that they don't really understand what they don't want to do. Okay, so when we got her to understand what was going on, she got started with us. We broke records. Her, Gina, myself, we teamed up. She made $17 million with us and sold her business for $4.5 million in 7 years. 2012, she sold it. And now all of a sudden, she's got a lot of respect for us because she saw we really do know what we're doing. And we've got respect for her. So she heard about this X39 3 years ago when nothing was happening. It was actually just about a 19-year-old company doing about $20 million for the last 12 years. And in just 3 years, she started the momentum and making it happen. But in the last 2 years that she was involved, it went from 20 million to 280 million. And that was a wake-up call for us because something's going on. Now, since Gina and I started, it went on past 320 million in the last 10 months. Now, this year, they're looking to be, we were just with the inventor, David Schmidt, and he's the owner, which is very interesting. Never have we ever been involved in a business like this, that the owner is the inventor. That's very interesting. Now, he's a bit nerdish. Okay, I just have to admit, but I love that because he's just real. He's in the lab. He's got a lab coat on. He's got 130 patents. I don't know people that have 2 patents, let alone 100. I mean, he lost count at 130 is what he told us. We just were on a trip with him, and he told Mike and myself and Gina and Sai that he lost track of how many patents he has after 130, which is very interesting. That should maybe even make you sit more up in your seat that he's done this, and he's all about reversing aging, not anti-aging, reversing aging. That's pretty different, okay? And most of the things that we know about nowadays is like a Band-Aid, to put a Band-Aid on you, right? This stuff is like reversing aging. I mean, I had 14 surgeries, like Gina said, and I was living with in pain for at least 10 years, taking Excedrin and an Advil, okay? And I knew I should be taking it, but I love being active and being out there. So every time Gina would say, don't take it, I'd just keep, you'd hear it jiggling in a medicine jar or whatever. Now within 1 week, the pain went away. That was over 10 months ago, right? Now you're going to hear testimonies. And if you're smart enough to dive in and plug into the Zooms, 99% of all the meetings we've done since July 1st have been on a Zoom. So a lot of times people shy away from a business like this because they're nervous or they don't want to, they got to get babysitters. They got to drive across town, kind of like we did tonight. But every once in a while, it's good to look people in the eye and say, who am I in business with? I mean, but we've done most of them on Zooms, what I thought is very interesting. Because Onyx had mentioned to me that she did all her meetings on Zoom because most of it was during COVID because she heard about it late 2019. So that was very interesting to what's going on. But I will say that people are coming out and they want to, socialize and get to know what's going on, because last night we had a jam-packed meeting in Tulsa. Atlanta was on fire. Jennifer Sage was with us. She witnessed it. She saw the testimony of the gentleman that had the stroke and he couldn't hardly walk he could walk, but not with his strong legs. And I could notice that I saw him about 3 weeks earlier. He flew into West Palm Beach, and just in that 3 weeks, his totally changed just from wearing this X39. And it's incredible what we're seeing. So I will say that if you ever have been looking for something, you need something unique, something that nobody else has, something that everyone's talking about. And we're going to be talking about stem cell therapy. And the interesting thing is, it's the hottest topic. I've been talking to people since July 1st. That's when we started. And I was blown away by how many people are interested in hearing about the stem cells. Now, I will say that they don't know much. Like me, I didn't know much, okay? I knew something. It's stem cell. Like your organs are made out of, every organ is made out of stem cells. It's about everything everybody knows, but they don't know a lot. But at least they know something. They know what a stem cell is, or they think they do, okay? Like you can say to your friends, do you know anything about stem cells? Tell me. Stem cell, you know what I mean? They make up every organ, right? So the great thing is you don't have to be a doctor to win at this. So if you haven't been patched, make sure your friend gets a patch on you, because you will feel incredible. I will say the energy, the mental clarity, and the feeling that you have, you just feel incredible, like you could do anything. There was a guy last night, he has his own business. He cleans businesses and homes, and his whole business is a cleaning business, and he's got employees and everything, but he said it's been hard to find good help, and he's been having to get out there, but he said he was incredible pain. The pain went away, and now he just has flat out energy. So if you'd like to have some more energy and feel better, that's what we're going to talk about. So get yourself patched, and it's incredible when you start putting it on. Now, like you said, Gina took a few months for her to have the testimony. So everybody's body is different. It took me a week. A lot of people that we have, we call them one patch wonder. So you might have put a patch on tonight and had a little bit of neck pain, and before the end of the night, your neck pain goes away. You're a one patch wonder. Okay. Some people take a little bit longer. Everybody's body's different. And the thing about it is that I'll explain in a little bit is that the stem cells are going to the weakest link in your body. So you might be really living with a bad knee. Okay. But some might be going on somewhere else in your body. Let the patch do the work. Let the stem cells be reactivated. Right now, why this stem cell reactivation patch? This is probably the biggest thing that I noticed myself. I've had 14 surgeries. I've gone to the physicals for 37 years since I've been married. Before I was married, I didn't go to many physicals except for when the team doctor said you got to, get checked out before you can compete. So the reason why I had to tell the doctor, because every time I went to the doctor for 37 years now, they said, why are you here? Because my wife made me come here. Right? So that's why I've been going. But at least I've gone to them. I mean, at least, first of all, she must want to keep me around. Second of all, it was interesting that not one doctor, now I want to ask you this, has any doctor, okay, because I see there's a few of you older than 30. Okay, not as many, but okay. So the doctor has never, ever, that have gone to these for 37 years said, Steve, did you know that at 30 years old, half of your stem cells become stagnant or only half of them are firing in your body? Now, let me ask you, doesn't take long to become 30. 25, you're almost there. Think about it. Okay. So that's 30 years old. Half of your stem cells are active. And at 60, basically no stem cell activity in your body. You've got stem cells, but you don't have them active. Has any doctor told you that? I never was told it. So this is like stem cell awareness. Okay. Is what we're doing. We're letting everyone know what's going on. And it's very interesting. Everyone seems to want to know. Look at the room. Now, you could join us or you don't have to, but someone's going to tear this up. Okay. I will tell you that much. Okay. Now, what's very interesting on how it works is Gina mentioned it. You've got organic nanocrystals in it, and it's basically sugar and salts from plants. So a lot of times when you hear the nanocrystals, people say, oh, you guys new age type people. No, we're not. This is just what they tell us. It's in their crystals, and it's sugar and salt from plants that is formulated that when it hits your body, it took 10 years of research now from David Schmidt. I love that. Sometimes people get started with me and within 2 days, they're tired. Like all we're doing is putting patches on people like a 5-year-old kid putting stickers on people. That's all we're doing. Did you get a testimony? Did you get I mean, that's all we do, all right? So I don't know how you get tired. You must be getting tired from something else. Your job, maybe? Okay. It's all it is it's formulated. So it took him 10 years. And I love that because the guy's got grit and stamina. All right. That's what I love. And most of the people that are signing up now, I don't want to just pinpoint baby boomers. I love mentoring the young folks, and I will teach you because we started this industry when we were in our late 20s and we learned what to do. I will tell you, don't only talk to your own friends when you're 25 years old or 29 years old or 30. Talk to your friend's uncle. Talk to your friend's parents. Talk to your friends. You want to make some money? I'll tell you what to do. That's what we did. And me and her have been successful in a big way because we learned to do it. It took us 3 years to figure that out. So I'm saving you 3 years. Okay. Okay. But we love to help the young folks because, some of your friends want to party. What can you do? You know what I mean? So we want to help you go and become mature and make some money to help, and you can do whatever you want to do. Now, these crystals, okay, that are formulated took 10 years of research, $4.5 million to bring it to market. So when guys got patents, doesn't always happen overnight. He didn't even want to bring it to a network, okay, which is interesting. So if you say you don't want to do it through a network, you don't want to be involved in a network or word of mouth, neither did he. The owner didn't want to. Interesting. Nobody wants to. It's kind of weird if you do. So don't worry about that. But if it gives you the end result, it's kind of like, did you ever go to your job and say, I really believe that I'm worth more than what they're paying me? Absolutely. Anybody, or is it just me? Okay. Well, how would you like to do this? Because I got experience in this. I mean, my friend, I told you that brought this to me, she made $20 million. Okay. Would you like to feel like guilty that they're paying you this much? That's what I'm telling you. Okay. But don't send it back. I'm just telling you, that's the feeling you're going to have, because you know why? Because this is like franchising. Picture franchising and picture, this is my right side of franchises, or this is my left side. Everybody's got a dream on my right side or my left side. and they got a dream maybe bigger than me. And whether I do it or not, it doesn't have to do with my sweat equity. Like as long as Gina showed up to be a flight attendant, as long as she showed up to be a dental assistant, she got paid. But the day she stopped showing up is the day stopped paying you. Now I had my own ski company, my own training center, but as long as I didn't show up, I might have had employees and everything, but still it ain't the same as everybody having their own company. And this is different than buying a franchise. When you buy a franchise, you basically bought a job, because you got a lot of teenagers working for you, and you got to make sure that, they're working. So basically the patch goes onto your body, the light from your body. That's why when you have night vision, you see all of us, because our bodies portray light. That light activates those crystals, and that activates your copper peptide. If you Google copper peptide tonight because you can't sleep, I mean, if you get home and it's not for you. You got to be like thinking, oh my gosh, I just saw something. It ain't a coincidence that you're here. This is everybody basically in Alabama. All right. And in the surrounding area. Okay. This is wild, right? So if you Google now the symbol for copper peptide, and my friend Mike and myself, Gina, Sai, Mark, Missy, Missy knew a lot because she went to school for all this kind of stuff, but still it's intriguing to learn, okay, that we didn't know this kind of stuff. We're just learning as we go. But GHK is the symbol for copper peptide. It's the holy grail for reversing aging. Okay, when your copper peptide level raises up in your body, that reactivates your own stem cells. Someone's got to be the genius to figure this out. Took 10 years for David Schmidt to do it, but he figured it out. And that's why people are feeling incredible, because those stem cells are going to the weakest link and they're in your body's healing itself. Now, the difference between this, there's another way to get stem cells. It's through injections. You might have heard of it. Okay, it's very costly. Some people can do it in like 1,000, 2,000, but I don't feel they're the quality stem cell injections like the gentlemen that wanted to give to me $23,000. They said they're giving me a deal, and they say it don't always work, and you have to do it multiple times because those stems go stagnant as well. So think about that. I mean, and they talk to you like, because insurance don't pay. It's just $23,000. Oh yeah, let me just pull that out. Okay. How about $99? Give that a shot first. Okay. And there's no shot, by the way. You just stick it. Okay. And then that's interesting that it's very much more affordable than one of those. We got a money back guarantee. Ask your chiropractor next time you go, hey, is there a money back guarantee here? I've been going to them for a long time. Never. They just say, come back Tuesday, come back Thursday, come back next Monday. You know what I mean? Until you stop, they don't telling you to come. So point is that it's interesting that this is incredible. You at least got to give it a shot. Okay. And it doesn't matter if you make a lot of money. I love this because never in my life in an industry like this did you have a product that everyone needs. Okay. So I call my friend Jason. He says, Steve, I just sold my company for $60 million. I didn't know that he sold it for $60 million, but I was like, hey, that's incredible. I'm impressed and I'm proud of you. I said, now, Jason, listen to me. You might not want to make money with me, but I tell you this much. You do not want to be walking around with $60 million in your pocket with stagnant stem cells. It's a waste of your life. I mean, who was it? I mean, you got all that money and your stem cells are stagnant. Okay. No, get me the biggest package. I want the biggest pack. And I love motivating people. I love inspiring people. And he's put people in, and I've helped those people because of him. Isn't that interesting how you can just turn it around and you don't have to like back up because you got like skincare or makeup or something? Who cares? You can get that stuff on the internet or online. Okay. Or on TV. So that's interesting. And then one more thing that's very unique is when you get one of those injections, which is very popular. I mean, it's the most popular thing. They put on meetings like this with influential people. They have a dinner, as a matter of fact. They have dinner, so they have to kind of coerce the people with a dinner. We don't do that. We charge you to come here, right? But they have a dinner and they say, hey, you need to get these stem cell injections, and then they talk about getting the injections, and they're giving stem cell awareness as well. That's what they're traveling around the country doing, these meetings. Okay. But the unique thing is that those injections, so people are waking up and they're traveling, even some of them to Costa Rica, to different parts of the world. Those injections only go into wherever they're put in, like in your joint or your muscle, and that's where they stay. So they work only wherever they're injected. Okay. The unique thing about the X39 is when you put it on, it's looking for the weakest link in every organ in your body. So it's traveling to your brain, it's traveling to your heart, your liver, your lungs, your kidneys, your skin. And it's not only for baby boomers. We've got young kids, 23-year-old, my friends, Carl and Kathy Firestone, their son, Luke's 23. He's had cystic acne for years. They tried everything. They put the patch on him with 5 weeks. They sent me pictures of his back and his face, all his acne gone. Think about that for families, friends that you know, his feeling and, his, sense of self-esteem is what I was looking for that young man. Okay. Feeling so good. So how many people do you want? I mean, you didn't know that you were coming here to have like a responsibility after you leave here to bless people, right? This is not just, hey, we're just having a meeting here. Like, this is like the real deal. Your friend has got a knee pain. Your friend's got a back pain. Your friend's got something going on, or maybe their kid's got something. You owe it to them to take this serious. So that's pretty interesting. Now, the company's been around, like I said, 19 years. Onyx Coal took it from 20 million to 280 million. Those 19 years, it was almost all promoted by doctors and practitioners. Interesting. But that's why nobody took it like a business till my friend Onyx heard about this, and Gene and I jumped in and our friends, and we're doing the same thing here with Sabre and all the leaders here in Alabama. But the doctors were just getting the product. It's working so good that they're patching their patient. The doctors didn't really promote the business because they're doctors. They're promoting their own practice. And then they never told the patients that there was a business. So for 12 years, it's just doing a flat $20 million, okay? They were using different kind of patches like a glucosamine patch and different things like that. But just before COVID, this X39 came out after those 10 years of research, and the company with Onyx Coal learning and what she learned, what Gene and I taught her, she took the company from 20 million to $280 million on this X39. And now 85% of all their sales is this one patch. That's why we don't talk about any of the other patches. We just stay focused for our friends because everybody is busy. And if you try to teach them about how the skincare patch works, I mean, you get skincare anywhere. So, point is, it's probably good for you, but why wouldn't you rather use the product that everyone's talking about in the hottest topic? If you say, hey, this might be a shot in the dark, Bill, but I heard about this stem cell technology at this meeting the other night, and it reactivates your own stem cells. You know anything about stem cells? Listen, let them talk and say, hey, I heard from my friend Steve that your stem cells become stagnant as you get older. At 30 years old, half your stem cells are active. At 60, none of them are active. My doctors have never told me that. All the years I went to my doctors. Have yours told you? No. Did you know that you don't want to be going around with stagnant stem cells? It's only $99. Let's get you started. Okay. I did it for 4 days. I never had made a phone call about a stem cell in my life. Okay. And I went to Gene. I said, this is like dialing for dollars. I can't get anyone to say, I want to live the rest of my life with stagnant stem cells. That's just the way it is. Wait a minute. I heard from David that you only have to be 6 inches away from somebody and it works on them. So many times their brain has gotten so stagnant, their stem cells, that they just need to get you 6 inches away from them and just kind of like chase around with them, wherever they go. Maybe you could even like say, just kind of tap them, on the neck. Anyways, that's what's been going on since July 1st. We're in 75 countries, which is very unique. It's not a startup. I don't like startups because they usually promise, but they never start up. Here, what happens is everyone, if we did a survey in here, someone's got a cousin or a friend somewhere living in another country, could be Europe, could be Australia, could be anywhere in the world. And that's where you can start building the business internationally, which is very interesting. And we've got a very successful international business growing. We've never gone there. Normally in this kind of industry, you've got to go there all the time. Here, this product works so uniquely and so quickly that anyone can talk about it. It's the hottest topic, not in wellness, on the street. It's incredible. And major health practitioners like Missy, okay, have told us it's one of the, if not one, but the best product they've ever seen in this industry, ever. Which means that is a gold platter for every one of you, okay? Okay, here's David Schmidt. I talked to him about a lot, 130 patents, okay? He's the inventor and the owner, which is very unique, okay? The patent was just approved July 2020. The reason why most people never succeed in a word-of-mouth business, they call it network marketing, okay, is because everybody's got the same products. For the last 2 decades, everyone has the same products. Mike and myself, Gina Sai, were very blessed a while ago, back in 2007, that we had a product that was very unique wasn't near like this, but because it was unique, we all had incredible success. We helped 174 friends make $1 million or more, like my friend Onyx, but not just $1 million. She made 20 million. So many like that. Okay. Which is interesting, but you got to have a product that's that unique that the product does the talking for the people. You can't have products like weight loss because it's on TV and Marie Osmond's telling you you can lose weight. So you're competing against her. I mean, how can you do that? You know, she didn't lose the weight from it, but she's still telling you, right? Okay. And you can't compete with skincare and supplements. I mean, any one of us can go, nowadays they have supplement stores all over the place. You just find out what's the hottest selling supplement and we put a private label on there. We got a supplement. So that isn't going to be something easy to promote. They've got makeup and, shampoo, stuff like this. Okay. You need something that everyone needs and nobody can. It's got to be patent. And that's what we got our hands on. And I will tell you that you will never have anything like this. Okay. And it is the simplest thing you will ever do. Now, you might not know exactly how the business works tonight. It's kind of like, I didn't know how I would have to follow. I didn't know how to be a world champion. I had to go from Wisconsin to Florida to learn how to be one. You just have to, you didn't know your job at first either. But I will say this much, once you go there a little bit and you start learning, you can learn it very quickly. We can have you up to speed in about the Saturday training that we're going to have. You can go on a Zoom and watch it. You'll be able to know exactly what to do and how to do it to get yourself rocking in this because everybody's winning. We got late 70 and 80-year-old women tearing this up, okay, just tearing it up. And they were trying to do it with the Me Too products and they couldn't sponsor a fish. Okay, so it's interesting when you got, because going to your friends about weight loss, who wants to buy a weight loss product from a friend? That's embarrassing. And I'm not good at it. Like, ma'am, looks like you could lose a few pounds. Bam. Right? It's very difficult. You don't win with weight loss, okay? If they lose weight, you don't win, they get off. If they don't lose weight, you don't win. It doesn't work, okay? You want something that's unique, that everyone is like, oh my gosh, I'm feeling better than ever. I got to try that, okay? Okay, here's some of the things that the patch is doing. Rapid pain relief, reduced inflammation. That's pretty much the biggest one because all pain and disease comes from inflammation. So if it does that, that's how you're going to get the results. Sports supports wound healing, energy and vitality. You can kind of see a pattern that the people up here have got some energy. That's very interesting because before the patch, I can remember in COVID days, all right, at 6 o'clock, I'm like, I'm getting tired. Now we don't even start till 8 o'clock. Okay, so that's interesting. You're going to want to get this feeling, right? Mental clarity. Gina talked to you about that. Enhances sports performance, faster recovery, skin improvement. I told you about my friend, son Luke. Now, this is very interesting. They've done 80 case studies that are on our website. You probably went to that. A few of you are brand new. You're taking it for the first time. Your friend probably sent you this link. It's called startx39.com. And on those case studies, one of them, they did it with a 77-year-old woman, okay? And you can see we were interviewing David Schmidt, Gina, myself, and our friend Onyx interviewed him, and he told us about this case study. So I'm telling you what he said. He said, looking at session 1, this is a 77-year-old woman's brain that wore the patch behind the neck for 12 hours, and then she would throw it away. Her body would rest and rejuvenate. All the stem cells that were reactivated for 12 hours, that, like Gina said, when you brush your teeth, you put it back on, okay? And session 1 is without the patch. And what he's saying is that it's this, the brain has got basically no stem cell activity, okay? Session 2, it starts lighting up after 3 weeks only on the patch. You can understand why Gina's saying she's got this mental clarity, okay? This lady's got no stem cell activity 3 weeks before. Now she's starting to get some, and in 6 weeks, it's like lit up with stem cell activity. Now, remember that. That's something you're probably never going to forget. Every time you go into a room and like forget why you went in that room, it's because you're here. Okay? Think about that, all right? You're going to say, oh my gosh, I can't stand that Steve guy, but I need the patch. All right? So now this is not only this is not this 77-year-old's brain. It's yours and my brain as we get older. It's everyone's brain, okay? That's not got the X39 on. That's why some people don't get what we're saying right away. That's why you got to get the patch on them and just give them some water. About 5 minutes, they come to their senses, they want to get in, okay? And it's not only your brain, it's your liver, your lungs, your kidney, and your skin, your heart. Okay, that's very interesting. So you won't forget that. Here's some of the long-term results. Remember I told you about that website? Go to there tonight. You can go to startx39.com, see the 80 case studies. 4,000 genes begin to reset. That's why we're seeing stroke patients, incredible results with stroke patients that couldn't talk, that are saying full sentences, okay? 6 weeks, your brain become balanced. I did not know your brain could become unbalanced. That's another reason why I can't get anyone to say no. Would you like to live for the rest of your life with an unbalanced brain? Yes. Okay. Where's your wife? Let's get some common sense around here, right? Okay. And that also decreases symptoms of PTSD. That's why people have had PTSD, anxiety, and depression, because their brain is unbalanced. Okay. Now, you guys are young. My daughter's like 34. She tells me that a lot of her kids, a lot of her friends are going through, or kids her age, younger kids going through anxiety. And a lot of older people are going through depression because they're living in pain. How would you like if you really love to golf and you can't golf? Okay. All right. That starts causing depression. And then you got depression, crazy stuff in your brain. I'm hearing this from my older friends. They're getting the patch put on them. They start being able to play golf better than they ever have for a long time. And their brain starts lighting up, activity in their brain. They're like, I've got a whole new passion for life. Interesting. Okay. So that's within 3 months. 6 months, that's in 6 weeks. In 3 months, ladies, your collagen starts increasing, wrinkles start going away, your hair starts growing like a weed. My friend that I was with last night in Tulsa sent me a picture of his hair, the top of his head growing back. Okay. Very interesting. Okay. So we're gonna have a lot of Samsons around here pretty soon, right? And then your muscles and your bones start getting stronger as you get older, right? You don't have to wear it, but we're gonna wear it. Okay. Someone said, how long you got to wear it? Well, how long is this prescription you're taking? Think about that, right? I mean, and this is like making you feel good. And by the way, just because your knee gets feeling good, you got to worry about the other knee. Let's make sure that it's always your brain cells are staying active, right? Common sense. Now, within 6 weeks, your heart reverses in age. This is the biggest one. All right. In recent study, 14 out of 15, not like 3 out of 15, 14 out of 15 people. Maybe this guy didn't put the patch on right. Okay. But 14 out of 15 people lowered their vascular age by an average 8 years. Think about that. That's only in 6 months on the X39. We've been wearing this for 10 months. Maybe our heart is pumping more than ever. Who knows? I mean, we're feeling incredible, right? I'm just throwing that at you, right? Here's that website I was telling you about. To take a picture of it. And you can go there tonight and do all the study that you want. If you're someone that doesn't need a lot of information, you can watch the first 3 videos. I like the third one where David Schmidt, the inventor, really lays it all out. You should be convinced there if you're not convinced tonight. Okay. And then you can get yourself started. We talked about you wearing it 12 hours on, 12 hours off. This is where the case studies were done, behind the neck and below the belly button, but you can wear it anywhere you have pain. I've never seen so much. I didn't even know what neuropathy was. I'm not a doctor. I'm a pro athlete by trade. I don't know. I was always told what to take and what to do, but I never heard of neuropathy. But my friends that have had neuropathy, I can't get almost anyone that has neuropathy did not feel incredible from the patch. Now, I will say, if some of my friends that were not getting a result, they said, how come I'm not getting a result? So I called my friend, Andre. He's probably on here tonight on the Zoom. And I said, what did you do? He said, I put it on the bottom of my foot and the pain went away. So you should hear his testimony. I'm not going to go through it, but it is remarkable. From the doctors giving up on him, saying you were going to have to amputate a leg, to the pain going away the first night, and all the flesh color his legs were completely white, scaly, and all the flesh color coming back. No wonder he's at the second highest rank of the company, right? So that when you have a testimony like that, you can't shut up, right? It's amazing. Okay. And we have some testimonies here. Gina told you about hers. I told you mine. Let's see if we can get Allison and Pam. Where are they at? Allison and Pam. Can you guys run up here real quick? Kind of just tell them. We're going to just tell you real quick. You can hear what's happening. Okay, over on this side. Cindy and Luke, come running up here. Laura Hall, her eyes in her gum pockets. We're going to hear about those. All right. Okay, come on up here. Then we'll go to the next ones. Everybody I called off. Come on up. Give me a hand. They said they'd share. Yeah, you can. Yeah, just use that thing. I want to do this before I start with these guys. Is the patch is not healing them, all right? The patch is just getting put on their body. The light activates it, and it reactivates your own stem cells. Your body heals itself. So tell them your name. Come right out here in front of the Zoom and let everyone hear.
Oh, fun. I'm Allison Avery, and I've been in the business, I guess, about 8 months. I got Missy in it, so we're all part of the crew. And And I got a couple of people down in Orange Beach and they got Pam. This is my friend Pam. Everybody say hi, Pam. And Pam, if you will tell everybody what was going on with your son, what happened?
Okay, come on over here. So we got two.
Yeah, go in front of the
Right
camera.
here. Come on.
Perfect, perfect.
Okay, Pam.
Yes,
What was wrong?
You're gonna-
What was wrong with your son? What did he have?
he had MS. He
Okay.
has MS.
And
Okay.
was here. I'll
Why don't you
Yes.
both stand in front here so we
Okay.
can see? I'd like to be
And-
part of this.
and okay, you can orchestrate this. And Pam, tell us what was going on with your son before he got on the patch, like his quality of life. Was he laying on the sofa? Like, tell us about that.
Couldn't get out of bed. He couldn't walk. He had a lot of pain in his feet.
In how many years about?
20 years.
Wow.
Yes.
Mhm.
So
And we had a little event in Foley, Alabama, and she came up to me and she said, "Can this help my son?" And I said, "Well, I'm pretty sure it can help your son. We have nothing to lose. Let's try it out." And she was like, "Let's do it." And so what, you ordered it and
yes, I ordered it. He lives in Missouri. And so, like I said, he couldn't get out of bed. He couldn't do a whole lot of things. So he was just there. So I mailed him the patches and it took time. He got it and put it on his back.
Yeah.
6 hours.
And what?
No.
Yes,
Wow,
6
wow,
hours.
wow.
Yes. And so he was so happy that he could get out of bed.
I bet.
So
Wow.
he could get up and do, it took time.
Yeah.
But same, it was just bad.
Praise God.
Yes.
so now
Yeah.
tell it. That this gets exciting. So he couldn't get out of bed.
Right.
6 hours, he feels an effect.
You can get out of bed.
He can get out of bed
Okay.
now in 6 hours. Tell everybody what he's currently doing. He's not walking, he is.
Jogging. He's a weightlifter. He works out every day. And
He
does
works
it-
out every day.
and he does a lot of weightlifting also. So he texted me, no, he called me one day and he said, "Mom, I just want to thank you for the patches." And it made me cry. So, he was, he got through it. Yes. Yeah.
But give Pam a hand for coming up here and missing. Thank you. Okay. And we should have handed out tissues because that was amazing.
That was amazing.
I mean, really, that is what we're seeing. Since we started July 1st, we didn't have a testimony. We just used our friend Onyx's testimony. And then we started letting our friends try the X39. You can do the same with yourself. And when you hear those kind of testimonies and nobody else knows about this product, that's an opportunity. Now, the great thing is you first get to bless your friends, because what if I didn't say yes and Mike didn't say yes and Mark didn't say yes and Missy didn't say it, your son wouldn't be getting those results. That is a responsibility, back to what I was saying earlier. Okay, so come on, Cindy.
Hi.
Give Cindy a hand.
So my story's a little long. 2009, after botched surgery, I ended up with necrotizing fasciitis. I was in a coma for 33 days, ARDS, renal failure, PFO in my heart, arrested twice, and was told I would never leave the hospital. As a result of it, it completely killed my immune system. And we had many complications from 2009 till I moved to Alabama in 2022. Was told 3 times in 22 that I had cancer. And the third time I was told, I went over to see Missy. And I said, "Hey, Missy, they think I have bone cancer now." And she said, "Cindy, I have this patch." She said, "I've been researching the hell out of it and I don't know. But she said, "What do you have to lose?" I put the patch on, and 6 weeks later, when I went back to my doctor, my neutrophils had improved by 300%. And the doctors said that I didn't have bone cancer. Fast forward to May, and I've been in glasses since I was in the 5th grade. My vision's 20/20.
Wow.
So,
Thank you.
and that's my story. The patch works, and you just got to keep with it. And there's a lot of other things that go along with it, but Missy asked me to keep it short
And
tonight.
how long was that first bout? When you did the blood work, you said, how long was that?
6 weeks.
6 weeks. All right. Thank you so much. So you used to give her a hand. So, and again, the patch didn't heal her. All right. She put the patch on. The body healed itself, all right, from the stem cell activity that was going on. We got a couple more here. I just brought some up. All right. Missy's going to come up here, and then Carl Schmidt. Is Dr. Schmidt? Is he around? Dr. Schmidt. You want to come on up here, Dr. Schmidt? Okay, we'll let Missy go first. Missy's at the third highest rank of the company very quickly, broke all kinds of records. Come on up here and give her a hand, right?
All right, man, it looks awesome from up here. Standing room only, right? All the way back there. So my story is actually rather simple. For me, it provided mental clarity and energy, neither of which, for those of you that know me, I thought I needed. And I was also diagnosed with hypothyroidism about 20 years ago. And there may be quite a number of people either on Zoom or in the room because that seems to be a rather popular diagnosis. And I can tell you, I've been on the patch for 6 weeks and they have actually reduced my medication. I wanted to come off the medication. They've reduced it twice. Now, this isn't because of my desire. This is because we do blood work and the levels were high. They are totally baffled as to why this could be happening after 20 years. So now we're one step away from being bye-bye with that particular medication. So fantastic.
Give her a hand. Come on, that's incredible. Missy, come here one more time. Can you just tell us, like, what did you feel? Because, you know, when people first hear about it, I mean, you're very educated and you know wellness very well. So just tell them what you were thinking so they were thinking the same thing and what you found out when you did your research.
And she's getting married on the 10th.
Yeah. Right here. Congratulations.
To this wonderful man in the front of the room. So as far as I was thinking regarding,
Just like when you first heard about it from your friend.
well, actually, I still haven't figured out yet if Allison was straight up or if I got suckered in or what happened. But basically, Allison has been a client at Peak Alkalinity for about 5 years. We do everything natural. For those of you whom I don't know, I actually have a doctor of pharmacy degree. I worked with a biochemist for 10 years. I've been in and out of water treatment plants and I don't know a lot and I am blonde, but you know, I'm pretty decent in this space. So Allison came to me and said, hey, I've been using these patches. I think they're working for Cyrus and I, but you know, I don't know science and chemistry and that type of stuff. So can you possibly research it? And I thought, oh man, like I need one more thing to do, but she's a fabulous client. And she did me a solid about 9 months before that with some marketing. So I thought, okay, let me go ahead and give it a whirl and take a look at it for her. And Bobby said, what in the world are you reading and looking at till 1 and 1:30 every morning? And I'm going to tell you, I couldn't put it down. Again, for those of you that know me, I geek out on stuff like that, but I like to be accurate. And I was studying. Sorry, I'm not really a camera person. All right. So, you know, went through the studies because I am that OCD. Actually, my daughter in the room says that I'm CDO because that's alphabetical order. So I started going through the studies and I thought, wow, this is really something. Now, we had been platinum partners with Tony Robbins back in 2018, and he had told us that stem cells were going to be all the rage for health going forward. There was one small problem. Tony's worth $6 billion and we're not. You know, so we had heard a lot about this whole thing with stem cells. And I thought, wow, we started looking at it. I thought any normal average human being can afford to do this for their health if they so choose. And so that's kind of how the journey started. Now, when we found out that this was part of network marketing, and I think, Mike, you said this too, I was like, I don't want anything to do with that. I don't, you know, that's not something that I want to participate in. And so I thought I was going to game the system. I did want the patch for our clients. So I purchased as much as I could. For those of you that know what we're talking about Diamond Pack. And I thought I'll just put a markup on it and put it in our store, in our retail store, and people can buy it one-off. What I did not anticipate was what came next. So we were selling the patches and they work. So folks came back and they said, well, I want a sleeve of patches for my spouse, or I want a sleeve of patches for my parent. And of course, what happens in retail, if anyone in here owns a retail store, you know what happens next. Folks ask for a discount. Exactly. And I tried explaining, I can't do that. You have to run a certain margin. And I said, but having the heart to help people, and that is genuinely important to me. I said, you know what? Instead of buying it for $150 per month, we can just have it, if I don't have to tie up my cash and I don't have to tie up inventory, we can just ship it directly to your house for $100 plus tax and shipping. And that's a significant savings. I mean, every 3 months you're getting a free sleeve, right? And so I had no idea about this side of the business. Never, didn't think about it. Wasn't even on my radar screen, but I did want to help people. And so that was the way we could do it. I had no idea how I was going to be paid. I figured they would pay me. I had no idea what. It didn't seem to matter at that time. But then the next thing that I said is, you know, you're going to receive a charge on your credit card from a company called LifeWave. It's not going to be from Peak Alkalinity. And they said, well, what do you mean? And I said, just to be clear, this is a company that's involved in network marketing. We just really wanted these patches in our store. And what surprised me was folks said, wait, you mean we can do this with you? I was like, sure, why not? And I don't know, 6 months later, we have almost 500 people in the downline. So this is crazy, but it has helped so many people. I will tell you this. Y'all should have known better than give me a mic.
Yeah.
Okay, I can go with you guys. I can roll. But I would tell you this, it has been a blessing, because if you have ever helped anyone with this patch or helped anyone in general, you know, don't you feel good whenever you go to bed at night, you feel good about yourself? And for me, that's everything. If we made a lot of money and we didn't help anyone, I could tell you I wouldn't be interested. And the converse is true. If we helped everyone, but we didn't make anything, that would be hard for me to dedicate that much time to. This is not, you know, helping your family and helping others does not have to be mutually exclusive. At first, I actually did, you make a joke about it at the beginning, but I actually did feel guilty that they were paying me for this as I was helping people. I've gotten over that, by the way. Clearly, we've packed the room. I've gotten over that. But it has been a blessing, and I cannot thank you. Allison, if you would have never come to me, this would not be happening right now. If Jennifer would not have gone to Allison and Sabre wouldn't have gone to Jennifer. And I can tell you this, because this is something I'm very proud of, at least 3 or 4 of us were on the phone this morning and we were praying together. Okay. I don't know if that means anything to anybody else in this room, but I'm going to tell you what, the folks that you are involved with truly care. And I've been to your home and I know that you all believe the same thing. And so this is a blessing, and we can give that blessing to other people as well as receiving those blessings. We get testimonies almost every day now. Someone either calls or texts us with different stories, and we're astonished whenever that happens. So anyway, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Missy. Come on, doctor. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks. Missy told us about the patch. She's a tough act to follow. Tough act to follow. But I've had a health food nutritional supplement store. I'm a naturopathic doctor, and I've met with people, put them on supplement schedules for over 25 years. And many people couldn't either keep up with what they had to deal with to do in the supplements to get their body to work. And I had looked at stem cells. I had met with, done a lot of research on the injections and different things, and how can I refer people to do that. I knew stem cells had their place. Then Missy, we were looking at changing our ionized water systems from one brand to hers because of her technology we felt was better. And so we had been in contact with her over about a 4-month period. And then I call her and she goes, I can't talk. I'm just so busy with this new thing, and I'll call you back. And I was just like, okay, what's so exciting down there? And so then eventually I could get a word in, and she told me about the stem cell patch. And I said, well, okay. I've had other people that in contacts over the years tell me about it, but nobody was as excited as she was about it. And so we got our first order, and I started putting it out to people. The first guy was somebody with Parkinson's for 14 years, and diabetic, neuropathy. And I check on him every week. On the 3rd week, I check on him, and his wife's go, he can't answer the phone right now. He just steam cleaned 2 bathrooms and the kitchen floor, and he's hanging curtains. And I'm like,
He's happy.
The guy that was shaking.
Really
and,
happy.
Yeah. So it's like, and so, and then we got somebody with MS that's doing so much better. And I noticed just I'm not tired like at 6 and 7 in the afternoon. I'm like, we're still doing things late in the evening. Just more energy. I'm exercising a little bit more, just things feel better, work better, enjoying life more. So it's just been a really good thing to introduce, and people are getting results for their health faster. They're not having to take as many supplements, which is fine with me. I want the results for people's health.
Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so you're kind of hearing the heart of everybody. This is not, we're not paying these people to come up here. You can tell they want better health for themselves and for their friends, and they're giving you their testimonies. Now, I got my friend that's going to come up here and share, and these guys are on their game. They're crushing it. But before they do it, I want to bring up a special couple that I got to know in the business. They came to my house and they're crushing the business. And I wanted just to give you a little business side of it, because we've got a system that you can build a business with that helps you. So we just teach you exactly what to do and how to do it. It's very simple and it's free. It's free. This isn't like, hey, come to this course and we're going to charge you a course. You just get in. When you sign up, all you're going to do is pick the sleeves. So this is a sleeve. Gina held this up. It's got 30 patches in the sleeve. Okay. So when you get in on the package that we've got, you're going to sign up on whatever package you want with how many sleeves. I suggest at least coming in as a diamond if you'd like to make money, because we're going to talk a little bit about how to make the money. And then, and we've only been into it 10 months, and our friends are not only crying with the product results from their testimonies, but now they're crying with us emotionally, very emotional with how much money they're able to generate for their family. Okay. And the interesting thing is you've got, you want to get at least on a goal so that you can make everybody in the complex. That's 5 sleeves. It's only $4.99. Okay. If you're serious, like Missy, she got the most you could spend is $1,700. That's the diamond pack. You get 19 sleeves, and you do that to help get the product out faster, and you get paid a little bit more in the bonuses when you come at that. And then you want to get on an auto ship. An auto ship is 1 sleeve, which is 30 patches, is for 1 person, and 2 sleeves would be for a husband and a wife. So I suggest getting on 2, because even if you're not married, you could use 1 to promote with, because you use them for samples. Let you hear the people that they give them some to try them out. And you also keep the volume. So in this room, when Mike explains how the presentation works, everybody that signs up like tonight, so all the new people that sign up, everybody goes underneath everybody. Nobody knows anybody, but you all get paid for everybody that's underneath you, even if you don't know them. All right. Up to $25,000 a week. And I've never seen anything in the sales where you got to bring all the people here. We can help everybody. That's how why everyone is winning so quickly, because everybody, if you're a kind of person like to help people, you can help your friends by placing people underneath them as well. And everybody makes money from everybody, which is very, very interesting. And this is just the beginning of what's going to happen, because stem cells, the hottest topic, and we've got some very big mouths. You could tell. All of us up here, right? Not in different ways. Some of our, louder, some of our more calmer, but we still keep talking, and we're getting the word out. So you don't want your friend to hear about it before you tell them. So my friends, Jennifer and Joe, come on up here, guys. Give them a hand. She helped put this whole thing together. Joe, help me with the sound. All right. Just come over here to the side and tell them a little bit what you've seen, because what's the level you're at right now, Jennifer?
Executive director.
Executive director. So her and Missy are the 3rd highest rank in the company. Okay. And Joe here, and we chatted, got to know, they came to our house. Tell them what you've seen, Joe, a little bit, and what you think, where you think we can take this. You're a businessman.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely been life-changing.
Yeah.
It's been through the roof. The things we've seen with people wearing the patches is just amazing.
Yeah. And it's and you saw the quality of people when you came to my house. You're probably wondering, we started at 0, had nobody doing anything, and you had to hit the 4th highest rank to come to our house. And
Right.
the quality of people, and you see and you met the owner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an amazing experience.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
We had a great time.
Yeah. All right. So I appreciate you helping. He did all the sound, helped everything set up. So I appreciate you doing it, my friend. All right. Good. All right, Missy, tell me a little bit what you think. Jennifer, go ahead.
So when this came to me from my sweet mom, I was like, I don't want to do another business. I am tired. I'm working hard and busy in real estate. And then I watched her just her phone was ringing off the hook. She started traveling with her laptop. She had a day planner, and I watched her for 6 weeks, and I'm like, babe, there might be something to this. So she snuck some patches on him while I went out of town with Wendy. And I was like, Wendy, there's something going on with this patch. I just bought some. I'll give you some whenever we get back. So we got back in town, started wearing the patch, wore it for 10 days, shared it with Marcelina over there. And then she shared it with a few friends. And now here we are under my leg. We got over 800 people. Mom's got about 900 people going just because she decided I'm going to go blow this business up. But then the testimonies started pouring in. And, you know, to think if I would have said no, that person's life might not have been impacted the way it has. You just can't say no because you don't know who's waiting for this gift. So we're on a mission to change as many lives as we can and just ride this wave together because we all feel it's the biggest blessing that we can have outside of just God, just, you know, healing everybody in this room right away. He's provided a tool to help us all get to the other person that needs us the most. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Jennifer and Joe. I wanted you to hear those guys. It's real people here that are doing this in Alabama. All right, now, Daphne is never going to be the same after what you hear. Now, I want you to, people will look at this and they're going to say, would people want to do it worse than you? Does somebody got a dream bigger than you? Okay. I want you to watch this couple as they come up here because we sponsored them. All right. And these guys are on fire. When you look at them, you got to actually say to themselves, do you think they're going to quit? You think the people we just heard are going to quit? People really are getting excited about what we've got our hands on. We had no idea that God was going to allow a gentleman to come up with a technology like this to be able to have doctors have you talk tonight. Okay, that's very unique and very interesting. So without further ado, the highest rank of the company hit it at a record pace. We're all in it for only months. Mike and Sai Hernandez, take it away.
Appreciate that. How you doing, Alabama? Wow, it's our first time out here. Like Steve and Gina said, we're Mike and Sai Hernandez. We are so fired up about being out in Alabama. It's our first time, like I said. I don't know why. Ever since I learned that I was coming over here, I was like, we're going to Alabama. Like my accent changed, right? And I know that I'm the only one here with an accent, right? I'm born and raised in New York City. When you come to my city, you're the one with the accent, right? So I tell you what, we got into our hotel early this morning and, you know, drove over here looking left, looking, I was like, wow, this is Alabama, right? And we get our guy who came up to the hotel to bring up our bags. And, you know, it's a really nice guy. Everybody out here is just so sweet. It's just a Southern thing, right? I'm from New York City, so I recognize kindness when I see it. And so he's like, you know, really nice guy. He's like, hey, so I'm, you know, asking him, just talking, chatting with the guy. He was like, yeah, you know what? I've been in Mobile, my whole life. I was born in Mobile, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, what kind of Mobile? Is it like a motor home? Is it a van? Is it a Mini Cooper? Like, I'm like, wow. And he was like, yeah, mobile home. I'm thinking, I didn't understand. I just know I'm in Alabama. I don't know what city. I guess the name of the city was Mobile. And then I'm thinking to myself, wow, now I feel really dumb because I said that out loud, right? And I said, now I got to come up with something smart. And I said, I guess that's where that song comes from, Mobile, Alabama. And then my wife looks at me and said, baby.
Sweet home, Alabama.
Sweet home, Alabama? I'm like, oh my God. I just gave the guy a fat tip and hope he forget about that. I didn't even talk to him about the patches. I was like, I couldn't do that at that point. But guys, listen, you're going to learn from us real quick. We're high school dropouts and we're just blessed to be a part of this. Thank God for this industry. But I'm going to get my wife here to say a couple of things before I just run through this part because the rest is just really easy. It's really fast and I'm going to make it fun.
Guys, I'm super, super excited. This is Alabama. Look at what you guys did for the first time. It's incredible. Give yourself a hand. It's incredible, guys. But what we have, everybody said it over here. I don't even need to go there. You've seen the testimonies. It's amazing. We get testimonies every single day. People changing their lives. Like the lady said, she changed her son's life is just improving. The quality of life is improving. And that's amazing when you can do something like that for somebody. If you can be a little part of helping somebody with their health, I mean, money can't buy that. That's priceless. So we're just fired up. We're on 2 hours sleep for the past 3 days. But the excitement just keeps on building up because every day we just keep on seeing these testimonies and we know what we have in our hands, guys. And this is special. This is revolutionary. This is unique. And we're the pioneers. We can be able to take this company to $1 billion. And when we could take this company to $1 billion a year, the company pays out $600 million to the distributor, $600 million to the distributor. So guys, per year, yeah. So come on, guys, this is an opportunity of a lifetime with health being the blessing that you can give to people. So guys, you know, you're at the right place at the right time. I know that might sound cheesy. A lot of people will come, you're at the right place at the right time, but guys, you're at the right place at the right time with the right company, with the right leaders, and with the right product that can take you to the top. I don't know who's gonna do it. I mean, hearing everything that I love that. Hearing everything that you're hearing today, you'll be selfish if you don't go out there and share this product because God, if you help enough people get what they want with their health and with their wealth, you will get everything you want. I promise you that and more. Yes. So guys, open your minds, open your hearts, and let's do this because together we can make this happen. And this will be, we wouldn't be able to fit. We need the convention center next time that we come here. So let's do this, guys. God bless.
Where's my kiss? Oh, no. That's my kid. That's my good luck little charm there. All right. If not, it's gonna throw me off my game. No, not yet. So guys, before I just continue, I just want to give you a little bit of a background with my wife and I. We met Steve and Gina back in 2006, and Steve Gina didn't know us from a hole in the wall. It's that thing. They spoke to somebody that spoke to somebody, right? So they spoke to somebody is that me?
I'll fire this other one up for you.
No. I just hear. Okay. All right. No worries. So you don't know who you're going to connect with through the people you talk to. They spoke to somebody who did nothing with the business, but speak to one person, Mike and Saeed Hernandez. We got together with them back in 2006. Try that. 1, 2, 1, 2. Maybe you turn that one off. Too much energy. That's what happens. Too much excitement, and you see what happens. But yeah. So you don't know who you're going to connect with. So the guy that they shared it with was the trainer, their son's baseball trainer, who was my son's baseball trainer. I saw this. I got excited. I ran. He did nothing with it. Sometimes a dud will lead you to a stud, right? Not that I'm a stud, but I think he's a little bit of a dud for not doing it. But my wife and I, we've been together since she was 12 years old and I was 15. All right. I have no excuses. Actually, I do have an excuse at that time. I thought she was 15. But we been together since she was 15 and I was 18. And she dropped out of high school in 10th grade. I dropped out of high school in 10th grade. I never even went back and got my GED. She went back and she got her GED. But I say that to say that, whoa. All right. Yeah. All right. I'll speak loud. So when Steve and Gina Merritt spoke to that guy, they didn't know me. And I saw an opportunity. I came out to a meeting like this after learning what they were doing and learning about the product helping my son and my dad. And I got excited at that meeting. And Steve and Gina didn't know that at the time I couldn't afford to pay attention. My wife and I, 2 high school dropouts, we struggled financially our whole lives. The truth is that a year before I met them, I was going around in beautiful communities like we live now. My mom and her mom were cleaning for wealthy people, and we would pick them up every single day. And on Tuesdays and Saturdays, I noticed that they took out the garbage. And every day we're waiting for them out there, those garbages. I was like, wow, look, that's a nice little table. That's a nice little chair. Wow, this is perfectly great condition. Guys, we were picking up garbage for a couple of years throughout the week, gathering it and going to a swap shop down in South Florida that a lot of people know out in Sunrise in Fort Lauderdale, for those of you who are, familiar with South Florida. And we were making extra $600, $800, $1,000 per week selling garbage. And I share that to say that I got together with this couple, these guys. You have no idea who these guys are. They're very humble, but these guys are the real deal in this industry. They're considered what do you say? Royalty, right? You don't make $50 million in this industry just by chance. You need to know what you're doing. So I tag on with these guys. And in 2006, when I learned about their first company that they spoke about, My wife and I, we didn't know anything. We didn't know. We had no influence, no credibility, no experience. Guys, we made over $5 million running with these guys from 2006 to 2013. So that being said, I didn't want anything else to do with network marketing because I realized that, like he said, we had a huge advantage back in that company because we had something very special and unique. But because it was based on a fruit and you can't patent a fruit, later on, everybody had it. So we too became another Me Too product. So I got discouraged with the industry when I learned that every other company is competing with the same category of products. With the money that we made, we started flipping homes, investing, and we've been very, very comfortable, right? So when he called me 10 months ago, I said, listen, I'm not interested in doing MLM again because I know, like I said, we had something special back then. I doubt we're going to ever see anything like that. Well, the truth is, when I saw this, and he told me about the results that people were getting, I don't know them to be liars, embellishers, exaggerators. It planted a seed in my brain. And I said, you know what? I'm going to sign up to get the product. I don't want to do the business. Thank God I signed up right away. Right? So they brought me the product the same day. I went to work. That seed started growing. I jumped on YouTube. I started seeing a whole bunch of testimonies. I got really excited. And I even saw Danny Glover share some of his testimonies about LifeWave. I saw Suzanne Summers. I'm like, oh my God, is this real? As soon as he came to my house that same day with my product, I went to work. Guys, the first person I wanted to convince was myself. So I don't have a lot of health issues, but I know I'm Spanish. So high blood pressure, diabetes, aches and pain, that thing is just like, you know, a regular cold, right? In my culture, my family. So I went that same day. I started patching neighbors, friends, pets, dogs. Everywhere that I went to their house, I patched everybody. I asked to see who were the nearest relatives because I want to patch them too, so I can convince myself. What happened was, not only that I convinced myself, I convinced everyone who tried this product. The next day I called Steve and Gina Merritt. I said, listen, I'm upset with you guys. He said, Mike, what's going on? I said I didn't want to do this. Now we can't not do this, right? We have to do this. My wife said, babe, we got to be stupid not to do this. I know we're comfortable, but the economy is coming down, real estate's coming down, and every business out there is going to start feeling the effect. So it's a perfect time to get involved with this industry. Guys, we've been running with them now 10 months, and oh my goodness, the things that are going on. So, oh, no, thank you. All right, so now I'm going to talk a little bit about the money. It's funny because I went from picking up garbage to, again, making over $5 million with this couple. And I think that's just a tip of the iceberg of what we're going to be able to make here. Listen, I'm going to talk about money now. And the truth is sometimes people get uncomfortable when we talk about money. But money, I know, is not the most important things in life, right? But it affects the most important things in life, whether how much time you're going to spend with your family, how much freedom you have in life, better health, getting out of debt, travel, all of that is affected by how much money we have. So, hey, there's nothing wrong making money, especially when the kind of money we're making is a reflection of how many people we're blessing, right? So in order for you to really, thank you, in order for you to really understand the potential of the opportunity that's presented to you today, you need to understand the potential of the stem cell industry because it's the industry that we're involved with. And we know this, that stem cell therapy is becoming more and more popular. People are realizing the importance of stem cells. But like you heard here today, guys, these shots are expensive. They only work 70% of the time. In other words, 30% of the time, you took a shot and it didn't work. No money back and they're expensive. They only work localized, like Steve said. This patch, I started doing, comparing apples to apples. I'm like, oh my God, $99, $10, $20, $30,000. Money back guarantee, no money back guarantee. This helps the entire body. That only works localized. I said, oh my God, I think we got something here. So this industry is going to go from 200 million to 300 billion. And we have the best product. We don't need to be a doctor. We don't need to own a facility, a clinic. I'm like, does it even get better than this? It gets way better than this. The only way this patch can get better is if we can actually make money by sharing it. What's happening is this, guys. This business consists of talking to people about what we see, right? And this is a patch that we don't need to talk. We don't need to pay people to talk. We got to pay them to shut up. All right. That's what I'm saying. And I said, hey, if you're going to pay me to talk, we're going to make a lot of money. In my first company, we went from being, broke, not being able to afford to pay attention, to making over $3 million in our first year. So far, it looks like we're doing that in a third of the time. All right. So how does this work, Mike? When you accomplish this thing right here, you have hit the most important rank, in the company, which is you coming in at a minimum of gold, right? I'm going to share the different packages that you can come in. Gold is $499. That's the bundle that you want to come in, the smallest bundle you want to come in if you want to do the business. Why? There's another bronze and it's a silver, but that's really for consumers. The company considers you more of a consumer because you can't really go out there and build a business with one sleeve, two sleeves if you're married, So if you're going to do the business, gold is $499. It gives you 5 sleeves, and then they throw a little freebie in there. And when you sponsor 2 left, 2 right, who come in on a minimum of silver, I think that's a mistake. It should be a minimum of gold, because if they're coming in to do the business, then they should also come in on gold. I think that's a company mistake, but I think they're doing it just to be linear. Thank you for that word. I don't know what it means, but linear, is that how you say it? Lenient. I got in the word. You see? Thank you, Alabama. Thank you. Right? So I guess they want to go easy. I guess that's what that means. Thank you. Come on, don't make me work. Right? They want to go easy, and they allow you to do an upgrade. Right? So you can upgrade as you want. But 2 people left, 2 people right, you hit manager. Who here is a manager and above? Because guys, pay attention. All right? Pay attention. These guys who are going to stand up, they're making money. Manager and above, stand up. Stand up, managers and above. Look around, guys. Alabama, baby. Alabama, give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up. Congratulations. So, guys, my wife said, Steve said it, you've heard it. Someone's going to get up and do this here because they see the opportunity. And they figure, what do I do? What else? Do I go home and just keep watching TV for the rest of my life? Or do I go out and bless some people and get blessed financially? So it's already happening, all right? You're not here by mistake, but you're blessed to be here today. But I love the fact that this company has this binary plan and you get paid for everyone, infinity, up to $25,000 per week. Most network marketing companies only pay you up to 5 generations deep. In other words, you told somebody, 5 levels deep, that's it. And then all of a sudden you get a couple like Steve and Gina, Mark Dickey, who comes in and you're like, oh, I don't get paid for those guys. We get paid infinity for everybody, right? So if I sponsor, what's your name? Linda. Thank you, Linda, for the lineage. Thank you for that word. And I told you 10th grade high school dropout, right? So that's why I love this industry. Anybody can do it. All right. Hey, talking about that, right? You heard Steve say that he negotiated his way out of high school, right? He told the teacher, if you don't pass me, I'm coming back. And the teacher was like, all right, D+, like, get out of here. You pass, right? Me, I wasn't even smart enough to negotiate my way out of high school. The truth is that wouldn't have worked for me, because if I would have said, if you don't pass me, I'm coming back, it was like, you were never here, right? I never went to school. So, but we're the ones having the most success, and we're barely educated, right? So how many people here have a college degree? Raise your hands. You went to college. Wow, congratulations. Hey, listen, I just want to say, you can do it too. All right? You can do it too. Don't worry about it. It just might take you a little longer, right? Because you're so darn smart, you got to figure everything out. Me, I just figured out, does this thing really work? Oh my God, it works. Right now, get out of my way, 5-year-old like stickers, boom, 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 and just patch people up. Every time they ask me a question with a smart word like Linda here, I'm like, Linda, that's a great question. Turn around, let me patch you. And I start talking real fast so they can forget the question. And now that when the patch works, it doesn't matter, I don't know the answer. The patch works. Let's go share it with folks. Now, listen how this business works. I sponsor Linda and I sponsor Gina, all right? 2 people, they share with somebody that shares it with somebody that shares it with somebody, shares it with somebody. And all of a sudden, we have all these people as a result of me sponsoring one person to the left. Linda tells somebody, and all of a sudden, and now I got a right team and a left team. Guys, everybody, we get paid everybody up to $25,000. We have shared it with almost 80 people. In 10 months, it's an average of about 8 people per month, but we did it fast. We didn't do 8 people per month. We got like 20 in our first week, right? So we now have about 5,000 people on my lesser side. I don't know those people, but I love them all. I get paid for everybody. And then, like I said, our money is a reflection of how many people are getting blessed. Because if this product doesn't work, we're not going to make any money. It's not going to go very far. People are going to find out really, really quick. There's nothing to this. But if this works, people are going to find out really, really fast. We've got something big. So guys, tonight, I hope we find out that we've got something big here, right? So guys, 20 left, 20 right was what Steve told me in order to go out there and have a lot of success. Why? Because I mentioned Linda, how she starts spreading it. And I mentioned Gina. Sometimes you talk to some people that their brains are still stagnant and unbalanced. And they're like, I don't know. So that's not the person, right? You gotta, like I said, Steve said it perfect. Come on, just give me a hug, and just slap him with a patch and don't say anything. And hopefully, you know, something will start kicking in up there. But guys, and you know what? I got to tell you something. I remember when I first got in this industry and Steve, you know, and Gina were talking about all this big money. They were up on stage. They had been in that company for 6 months. They were making $17,000 per week. And I said, oh my goodness, for me, an extra $250 per week at the time would have changed my life. They didn't know that. I know there's people here tonight and people on Zoom that an extra $250 a week means free product. They don't have to get the pay for the product anymore because it's free, and it can mean an extra car payment. I was driving around on skis basically because my car had no brakes. It was fuming everywhere I went. You know, everywhere I went, because you can follow the trail of oil. But $250, and now we're talking about $25,000 per week. And I thought to myself, I would probably never get there, but I saw them and I said, I'm willing to work 10 times harder to make 10 times less. Sometimes people they were looking for the easy way out. I was willing to put in the work. And that's why we ended up making millions. Now, $25,000 per week, that other company had the same structure, but only paid up to $10,000 per week. So I look at that, my God, and me and back to 2006, who can get there? Guys, we've passed that already in less than 10 months. And I just want to say, listen, 10%. If you can make 10% of what we make, what would that do for you? All right. Let's trick you into believing you can only make 10% of that, because once you get there, you know you can make more. Because as a result, when they started sharing with other people, a couple of people got up and spoke. I love your testimony. Who was it that spoke about the sun? Oh, there you go. And then the other lady spoke about a bunch of other things. Where is she? I was trying to listen to you. I hear all these testimonies and I go, and again, no education. I couldn't even, I already forgot the word you said, right? So I hear all this and I hear like a neuropathy and all this thing. You don't even need to know, but I heard you say a bunch of things, and I heard you say something about a UFO in your heart. What was it? Oh, PFO. I'm sorry. PFO. I'm like, I started texting my friend. Oh my God, this patch is amazing. A lady got rid of a UFO in her heart. And he sent me back to an emoji like, I got to text John back and say, it's UPO? PFO. Text John back. No wonder. But something else. The doctor that got up here and spoke. Where were you? Where are you? Carl, you said something brilliant, and people probably went right over their head. You said that Missy shared the patch with you, the information, and you had heard it before, but no one had said it with so much excitement. That hit me like a brick out of the sky. You might be talking to people, as I said, the high school dropouts, their excitement is what's selling it. The educated, well, you got to try this. This is and you're putting them to sleep. All right, with all this information, the excitement was what got you to. Do you understand? I'm a common sense kind of guy. That's why I've been very successful. So I'm just giving you tips, guys. So this part right here, I'm not going to get into, but I will tell you one thing. $25,000 a week. If you think that's a lot, guys, this part right here, you can make 25, 50, 100. That's why there's people in this room making over 50,000 a week. There's people in this company making over 75,000 per week, because this part right here is unlimited. All right. When I see this work, guys, it's like Steve said, if you go home tonight and you're able to fall asleep, we're going to have to check your pulse. All right. Or maybe you just got so much money and no ambition whatsoever that makes sense to me. Right. But guys, this is big, guys. This is big, big, big. This is it. Right. So this starts today. If you need more motivation to go out there and bless people, Listen, you can make an additional $100 when you go manager this month, an additional $300 as a director, senior director, you make an additional $1,000, executive. Guys, you can make an additional $18,900 this month just by going up in ranks. Who can use an additional $19,000 this month? Guys, Steve did it in about 23 days. When we did it, we got we got that bonus, that bonus, that bonus, that bonus, and we got up to this bonus. When we first signed up, this bonus was available. So if a couple of uneducated people can do it, Alabama, let's go, baby. Let's get out there. Let's get fired up, guys, because I'm telling you one thing. Everyone you know is going to know about this patch. God is giving us an opportunity. What you do with this opportunity, I don't know. But we are the pioneers, like Saeed said. Let me tell you something. There's doctors in the room that are telling all of their patients. There's people in the medical field that are telling all their patients. There's pastors getting us in front of their churches, telling all of their members. There's a pastor in this church, Pastor Rich, please stand up. This guy was with us in Oklahoma last night. He lives in Tampa. He flew to Oklahoma. He flew out at 6 in the morning. We flew out. We flew out at 7. He flew out at 6, right? He came over here. He's from Tampa. Tomorrow, you're going where? Houston. He's following us. I went to California. There's Pastor Rich. Everywhere, guys. There's people who see the opportunity and they're not gonna sleep. They're gonna take advantage of this. Hopefully today you're gonna wake up because, guys, again, you're not here by chance. I love what Steve says. I love you, Pastor Rich, and Linda, his beautiful wife, Linda. All right. So, guys, extra cash to be made. Everything you need. All we do is we share the patches. We share the information. I think we've got brochures and things outside. But you can buy all this thing on bill331.com. If you want to flood yourself with information about the patch, like Steve said, www.startx39.com. You want to learn everything about the comp plan? Bill 331. You want to make money? Start patching people. All right, it's that simple. So I have this last thing to say, guys. I've always been a big dreamer. That's why I dropped out of high school, because I wanted to go out early and start chasing my dreams. I knew that a job would just keep me just above broke the rest of my life, because everyone I knew in my life that had a job was just above broke, right? Even doctors. Today, I sit in front of doctors. I have not sat in front of the one doctor that makes more money than I do. And a lot of them are not happy with their lifestyle, right? I'm doing presentations in houses that cost $5, $6, $7, $8, $10 million, and they're miserable because they're never home to enjoy their house. They live on a golf course. They can never play golf because they're too busy working, right? This is not just about money. It's about lifestyle. You know why we're here? Because we want to be here. We can be in Aruba, right? Which we're going to in a couple weeks, right? So, guys, it's not about just the money. It's about the lifestyle. So my question to you today is, what is it that you want out of life that you can't get doing what you're doing? Guys, it's time to take out those old dreams out of the drawer, out of the closet, just dust them off. I don't know if it's maybe bringing your spouse home. You want to retire your spouse early because you know he's going to be 80 and still having to work. I said, I'm just going to have to say it because I started saying it. We do our eyebrows. As a Spanish guy, I have a onesie, right? My dad, that's one thing I have about my dad, onesie. So I have a unibrow. Thank you. A onesie, right? So we were doing our eyebrows. That sounds so unmasculine. I was going to say another word, right? But you're going to talk about me either because I make my eyebrows or because I need to do my eyebrows. I figure you. But anyway, we're there, and the lady is doing the thing with the string. Okay, right? It's pretty painful. So she tells me, we start talking about business. Or she's like, "Oh my God, Mike!" And I was going to invest with her at one point with these things, and she says, "Mike, I don't want to live a long time." I said, "Why?" She said, "Because bills. You got to pay bills the rest of your life. You can't work the rest of your life." That's how people think, right? So, guys, what is it that you want out of life that you can't get doing what you're doing? Bring your spouse home. Retire your parents. Pay tuition for your kids or your grandchildren. Leave something behind. What is it that will motivate you to go out there and bless people, to be blessed financially, guys? Because this is it. This is it. I didn't even mean to say that. This is it. And we're going to be talking about this is it in a minute. This is the application. We told you already, guys. Listen, Gold, diamond. If you wanna gold or diamond, right? Are the other bonuses. What business can you start with about $1,500 and have the potential to make millions? The problem with this industry is that they allow people to come in spending $500, $1,000, $1,500, and people come in and try it. If we were all here tonight to invest $300,000 into a franchise, I guarantee you tomorrow morning, you will be so determined about doing your 331. It's the first thing you think about, the last thing you think about, because you invested hundreds of thousands of dollars. You look at this business as a $1,500 business, and that's the problem. We don't look at it that way. We look at it as a multi-million-dollar business. We treat it that way, and we get those type of results, right? And for those of you who say, oh, you know what? I can't afford it, and I got to go to convention, I can't afford it. That's not true. My wife and I, we've been in a position when we can't afford nothing, and we find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. Whether it's getting garbage and selling it on the street, I think God blessed us with that, unfortunate situation we thought at the time, so that we can come out here now and inspire people. Because back then, I would never tell anyone that we were picking up garbage. That was a family secret, right? A family business, a family secret. Now we're telling everybody because I understand God put us through that so that he can bring us out and give you guys some encouragement and inspiration, right? But when people tell me they can't afford it, I ask them this. Listen, today we're blessed, right? We have a couple homes. We were able to buy one of our homes after working with Steve and Gina married. And when the economy tanked and $1 million homes were being sold for pennies on the dollar, we bought a $2 million home for less than $500,000, right? Today, it's worth back over $2 million, right? And it's paid for. If I was to ask you, for those of you who are thinking about the money and the investment, if I was to tell you, anyone, because I've come across people, oh my God, and I ask them this, if I will sell you my house today for $1,500, it's worth $2 million, paid for, would you buy it? In the same situation, right away, they start thinking, yeah. Their minds start thinking of ways. I'm going to get some garbage. I'll borrow some money. I'll do this. Well, you saw the value in my house, but you're not seeing the value in this. So that's the only difference. This is worth, to me, way more than $2 million. All right. So that's just the difference, guys. So we're plugged in with a community of folks, and I didn't realize how much I miss this community. I know you've done this before. Mark Dickey's done this before. Steve and Gina. Guys, you want to be around motivated, positive, go-getters. And that's what happens when you come around the community and you build this business. Everyone's encouraging, everyone's motivating, inspiring. And I love that. And you want to take a picture of this at some point and connect to our community. We've got everything you need to make this happen. So guys, we're going all around the country, bringing this pony show, right? So anyone you know in these states, Texas, Houston, Texas, Dallas, Texas, the presentations that we do on Zoom. All right, okay. Oh, these are different presentations. So guys, we do Zooms on Monday. Okay, Fridays, Mondays. We do Monday, Wednesday, Thursday in Spanish. Fridays at 12 o'clock. Every Saturday we do a training. We're putting everything together to help you succeed. But the biggest thing you need are the patches and some willpower to go out there and share this with a lot of people, because it will change your life. And the last thing I'm going to talk about this is this right here. And then my time is up. If there's one thing that you cannot get away with doing without, that you can't have all right. If there's one thing that you can avoid doing in order to have success, is coming to these events. And we learned that the hard way. But when we learned it, we really, really got good at it. And at the beginning, we would go by ourselves because it's easy to come to a local meeting. But now you start thinking, man, I got to get on a plane. I got to fly to Tampa. I got to invest $150, which is pennies. You get lunch, dinner on Saturday. So guys, this is the most important part of your business. You're going to come here today. You learned a little bit, you're going to hear some stories. But if you want to get the nooks and crannies, if you want to learn from doctors, you want to learn from high school dropouts, you want to learn from the industry pros, from plumbers, from cleaning ladies, how they're having success, and be able to customize your own pitch based on what you're learning from what everybody is doing, this is it, convention.com. Guys, it's $150. It's August 18th and 19th. Anyone who is serious about succeeding, you have to be there. That's no ifs, ands, or buts. If we were all in real estate or insurance, you have to go to these big conventions in Vegas to learn from the industry pros. Here, it's the same thing. Guys, it's worth it. You're worth it. If you're serious about succeeding in the business, come, but don't come alone. Bring your people with you, because I just tell you, your business blows up faster than you ever imagined when you take these things serious. So fill up your application tonight, because I'm telling you, if you go to sleep without signing up, what's happening is this is filling up really, really fast. The hotels are booking really, really fast, and you're going to have an excuse why you didn't succeed in the biggest opportunity you've ever seen in your lifetime. Opportunities like this, guys, come maybe once or twice in a lifetime. You need to ask yourself tonight, is this the first or the last opportunity that I have to make a huge change in my life? And I tell you, it can happen fast. We've been doing it now for 10 months. In my first company, when we had no experience, no credibility, no understanding of what this was, it took us 3 years to make $1 million. But we hit it like a bat out of you know where, right? And I learned real quick that the people you know around you sometimes are the ones that believe in you less. At least that's what happened to me. The people I knew the best, that knew me my whole life, believe in me less than someone I meet down the road. Why is that? They knew me my whole life, right? But the good thing was I learned they're not going anywhere. They're in my life. They're going to watch, and they're watching you. And they're watching you to say, where's your daughter? Where's she? She spoke. That's another big tip that you said. You kept watching your mama. And you said, look at her go. She's making this happen. Maybe there's something to this. Guys, that's what you need to get your people to see. You're going to make it happen with or without you. You're going to start getting some sex, and then they're going to wake up. Their stem cells are going to come around, right? Their stem cells are stagnant, dormant. So anyway, guys, that is it. I'm going to bring Steve and Gina Mary back here. Guys, you have the best of the best in the industry coming here to your town. You have no excuses at this point. Thank you very much. Let's make it happen.
So, hey guys, wow, absolutely incredible. So again, for those of you who are new, the way you get enrolled is you fill this form out, pick the package that best suits you. But like we said, we're encouraging you to get the gold or the diamond package, because that's where you can make income, because I mean, the income is massive. So we are so excited. Make sure that you fill your This Is It convention form out. That's this one. Okay. And that is for August 18th and then 19th. It's $150, which is completely cheap for a convention. Starts Friday night at 7 p.m. Ends Saturday night. We're not going to sleep at the place. Obviously, we're going to go to the hotel and sleep. But it will end, it starts Saturday morning, 9 o'clock till about 11 o'clock. It includes a lunch and dinner, and we eat all right there together. Fellowship, you don't have to run around, look for a hotel room. It's $150, includes 2 meals. It's going to be absolutely incredible. The hotel rooms is right on thisisitconvention.com. And if you go on and you happen to not see, oh, the hotels are gone, just go back in an hour or so and they'll be back up, because they're just selling out so quickly. I mean, we're trying our hardest to keep up and travel on this tour, but it's incredible. So I just want to say thank you, Lonnie, for all you do. She's doing the Zoom for us. And can you guys say a thank you to Lonnie? Thank you. Anyways, God bless you. You can go ahead and close the Zoom down, get yourself registered. And thank you, Lonnie, for all you do. So guys, get yourself registered. It's been a great